In this week's big story, the BVI's biggest athletic star, Kyron Mcmaster, his mom and coach share with Kathy Richards the sacrifice and hard-won gains as the world takes notice that he's a force to reckon with.
Well, we run here in the British Virgin Islands on a tagline, nature's little secret. But when little secrets start to spill out, they create a big stir. In this instance, a big stir is created by our guest, his family and coach, Kyron Mcmaster, his mom, and the coach, Dag. Welcome you guys to the studio. Kyron, it's a big day for you. It's a big day for the British Virgin Islands. Tell us about the clouds that you're in right now.
Oh, way up high. I guess that comes with the success that I have achieved, so it is what it is.
Okay, you've been working really hard towards that day. Tell us about your road to accomplishing that very big dream.
Stay disciplined, train hard, repeat it every day, 6 days a week.
You train every day. How many hours a day?
Usually it ranges from about 12 hours, but it's like in segments where we have like 3-hour breaks overall.
Okay, but before we go to some background information, quickly tell me about that specific day when you were in the dressing room waiting to come out and finally on the track waiting for that gun to fire off. Tell me about that moment.
It's just confidence, you know, and confidence mixed with fright. So there's
with fright?
Yeah. At that moment you have two options. You could either use fright or flight. You could either run from the race and just say you can do it on next day, or you could handle business right there and then. And
you handle the business
right there and then.
Mom, where were you in all of this?
I was at home when I get a phone call and get a phone call and they tell me Kyron win the race. So they asked me if I'm ready for this. I said, tell me. And they tell me the news. And then I was silent for a while because of the time he ran. Because I was looking for that time in another one. So I was shocked. And then after that, I hang up the phone and I scream.
As with any other mother.
Yes, and I scream, and then phone calls come in, texts come in, and I was playing the tape.
Okay.
All day long.
Okay.
All day long. And still playing the tape.
Okay. But Dag, you were there at the moment.
Yes.
Tell me about your feelings then, what you expected, and when you got that outcome, if it was what you were expecting.
Of course, I mean, we go in and it's already designed.
Wow.
It is already designed. So I would have been disappointed if he had done what he was supposed to do. But it was already designed. And at the end of the day, it's mission accomplished.
Okay.
You know, so it's not that it wasn't anything for me to really jump up and, you know, not like how he would have done it or how he did it, but we accomplished what we set out to do, and that was important.
And that's great. But there is a backstory to all of this accomplishment for Kyron, for you, Dak, as a coach, and for you, Mom. Kyron was awarded a scholarship to, I think it is Atlanta University?
No, University of Florida.
The University of Florida, yes. And things did not go as planned. Tell me that story.
Oh, wait, you're talking about Central Arizona?
Yes.
Central
Tell
Arizona.
me about that story.
Basically, I got a scholarship to go there, and throughout my 2 semesters there, 1 year, I got injured while I was competing in indoor season, and basically they released me from the school because I couldn't contribute to the team anymore because of my injury. So at that moment, for them, they look at it as wasting money because we spend so much money on an athlete to come and he can't compete. But truth be told, they were solely responsible for my injury. So they basically got me in, used me, sent me back home in a way to say.
Oh, okay. And when you came out of that situation, came back home, did that in any way thwart your dream, your goal to pursue athletics further?
A bit, yeah, but I use that as a motivation because initially when I went to the doctor in the States, the doctor told me because of my injury, I won't be able to run again.
Did you give that doctor a phone call since Saturday?
No. But after the doctor told me that, I called coach one time and coach was like, don't mind him, you know, he know what he's talking about because I've been training with coach for quite a time, so he knows me better than anyone. So in a nutshell, let's say if the school released me on a Monday, they called me into a meeting and said they could no longer fund me for the school. They released me on Monday. I was back on a plane the next day in Tortola.
Okay.
Training the Wednesday. And we did a lot of exercises to get my back where it needed to be. And 2 months later, I think it was, we got the bronze medal at World Juniors.
Okay, great. But Mom, that time when he was released from that scholarship that he had, how did the family come behind Kyron and maintain that stand that, look, despite this setback, we are still going to pursue?
When he came back home, he was home, Kyron? Or was in the UK?
You was in the UK.
I was in the UK and his dad was home. So whatever the coach says, we agree with the coach. And we look at many options of his medical and see what's going on. And Dag is the one who was responsible for Kyron's recovery.
Tell me, Dag, how you did it. You know medical doctor, that I know for sure.
To be told that I think I should have been, but it's a lot of tender loving care. You know, you have to know the situations and you have to know how, you know, what to do, when to do, and that's all it is. And you know, along with some therapy.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you know, Kyron came home Tuesday. He had a therapy session Wednesday morning, and Wednesday afternoon he was training.
Okay.
So you know, it just went on for until August. You know, so we just knew how to do, when to do, what to do. You know?
Okay.
So
where from here, where to for Kyron in terms of attending other meets and so?
Well, we spoke about this up to this morning. We have probably 4 more before the World Championships. We probably have 4 more hurdle meets. Next weekend we go down to Grenada. He wouldn't be doing the hurdles. But if you only know Kyron in the hurdles, you will also know Kyron in the 100 meters and 200 meter runs.
Wow. This is news to my ears because, you know, I'm all thinking Kyron is just about jumping those hurdles.
No.
So you also do dash.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me about that. That's news.
Well, I love to do all of them. So hurdles, what we just did is just put ourselves in a position in the hurdles where we don't have to be focusing on getting where we need to be. So right now, I guess Coach and I could call this meet just to let the muscles feel how it feels to run.
But
Enjoy.
one thing that came out of that meet in Jamaica, one, you upset some people that, you know, really thought that they had it all made because they were in their hometown, and some other people who thought that, you know, I beat this little BVI chap, you know, some time back, and, you know, he's no contest for me, but it seemed as though they took you for granted. But there was a phone call and you would have had some interactions with some very, very, very important people. Tell me about that. Usain Bolt's manager.
Well, he was standing next to me.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I mean, he didn't even give me a chance to take my phone out. You know, he had his phone in his hand and he's like, "What's Kyron's father's name again? What's Kyron's father's name again? You know, what's his mother's name? What's his mother?" And again, he's looking on the phone. What's the president's name? What's the president's name? And so before I can get anything done, he had already called.
Okay. You think you're going to be teaming up with Usain Bolt's manager for real?
That's on Coach.
Coach, what says now? Tell us the news.
Well, I mean, he has officially signed. He officially has an agent.
Okay.
He officially has an agent, and maybe now the option comes with shoe companies and so on. Those are options that's being laid out on the table. But now he has an agent. So the agent is, I'll do the coaching, I do the managing. He will be the agent. He will look after the other things, and I guess within the next 2 or 3 weeks.
We will know for sure
right.
where we go from
we go,
there.
yes.
Oh, wow. So, Kyron, as we wrap up this little discourse, I mean, throughout the weeks, throughout the months to come, we're going to continue to be hearing about you. You're going to continue to shine. Honorable Walwyn is the one who stood up in the House of Assembly not so long ago and gave a prediction that you are going to be that star athlete to bring home the first Olympic medals to the BVI. You believe that?
The last 3 years down the road, I can't stop the 3 years down the road. But if everything goes according to plan, and that's with health, God spare life, health, and strength, I don't see why not. Like as the commentator said in the race, that race would have won me the bronze medal at the Olympics
yes.
that recently just went. So I don't see why not I should bring back a medal once everything goes according to plan. So if I don't bring back a medal, it's somewhere down the line, something didn't went according to plan.
Okay, so, and you're a guy that is known to work with a plan.
Yeah, we work with a plan.
All right. I like how that is said. Also, you not only focus on the athletics side of you are an entrepreneur.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, at 20 years old, right?
Yes, ma'am.
20 years old, you are an entrepreneur. Tell me about your business, what you do, and how you manage to stay focused on your career as an athlete and your life goals as a businessman.
Well, that's what you have parents for.
Ah.
So it may have days when stuff may come hectic with me and my business. So that's when you go to your parents and they chip in their 1-2 cents. So me starting my business now was basically something to get me where I need to be in track and field, because as you can see, how to say this, there's not much support. So we solely work as a group within ourselves to support ourselves.
Okay.
Me, coach, my mom, my father. So that business is what basically started it.
How that business got off the road?
But with the help of my parents.
And you did something that so many young people do not do.
Well, I always wanted to be rich, so
I like your style. Tell it as it is.
I can't expect to put in work 26 years old to be rich 30 years old. I'll be rich by 26, so I can put in the work on 20.
Okay, and you did some hard savings with your little lunch monies, your little pocket piece, and so you started. What's the business you were into?
I have my own trucking business. I have a 3-yard truck, and hopefully one day I could expand that into more and more. But as for now, we're more focusing on
the athletics.
So you wouldn't see my truck driving as much, because I don't like anybody driving my truck.
He's very particular from early.
Yes.
Very protective. Well, it was a great time talking with you guys, getting to meet you on this personal level, to get our audience seeing and hearing from you in this kind of setting, and the other side that many persons do not get to do. And so, as the secrets of this of nature continues to unfold and create a stir, we know great things will continue to happen right here in the British Virgin Islands. That's it for Big Story this week.